Hi, everyone. Welcome to Conestoga College's Office Administration Legal Program. My name is Trami Lee. I am the program coordinator and professor, and I'm excited to introduce you to this program today. So the Office Administration Legal Program is a 2-year full-time program, and our faculty is comprised of really passionate professionals who have either recently or are currently practicing in the industry as legal assistants or law clerks. Our program also prepares you to work in legal administrative occupations such as legal assistants in various settings such as law firms, government agencies, courthouses, corporate legal departments, and more. So we do prepare you to work in both the public and private sector. Our program also provides you with extensive hands-on training in 5 areas of law. These 5 areas include civil litigation, family law, corporate law, real estate law, and wills and estates. You will learn how to work in a legal office, more specifically, legal office procedures, so working with clients and delicate matters, legal accounting, how to use the most up-to-date and current legal software in these 5 areas of law, and also how to produce and prepare court forms and legal correspondences, in addition to a wide array of other skills. Our 2-year program also ends with a 3-week, 90-hour field placement where you will be able to apply your hands-on training in the program in a setting, whether it is a courthouse or a law firm or an employer in the region where you'll be able to apply these skills. So a little bit more about myself. My name is Trami Lee, as I mentioned earlier. I am the program coordinator. I'm also the full-time faculty in this program, so I will have a chance to meet you and teach a wide variety of courses during your 2-year enrollment in this program. So my professional background started in Toronto. I'm originally from Waterloo and have recently relocated back to Waterloo, but I spent a little over a decade in Toronto working in small to multinational law practices. I enjoyed fully working as a legal assistant for various law firms. So I worked in both corporate and criminal practices, as well as immigration and refugee law practices as well. In addition to my legal background, I also am a certified Ontario teacher. This is a photo of myself when I was working in the Toronto District School Board. I mostly worked in inner city urban schools as a primary and junior school teacher. So I taught grades kindergarten to 8th grade. And this is just a photo of myself walking through an art project with my kids. So I've recently moved back to Waterloo and I now am a supply or occasional teacher in the Waterloo Region District School Board. And in terms of my educational background, I went to the University of Toronto where I pursued both my undergraduate degree in criminology as well as human rights. And I also pursued and earned my master's degree there as well in teaching. So in addition to this, I am still a student or I'm pursuing further education. I'm currently studying at the University of London where I am studying online towards my law degree. And I've also recently enrolled in Queen's University Faculty of Law, where I am earning my post-grad diploma in immigration law. So I fully enjoy learning all about law and also teaching. So very passionate about this field. I'm excited to introduce you to this profession. So as far as your program design and the exact courses you will be enrolled in during your 2 years, your 2 years are going to be split up into 4 semesters or 4 levels. In your first semester, you will be learning a wide array of general business courses or skills. This will include a course called Document Processing, College Reading and Writing Skills, Word Processing, Spreadsheets, Presentation Software, Foundations of Business Math, an online module called Conestoga 101, which you will need to complete before you graduate. And you will also be able to choose an elective as well. In your second semester, this is when you will be able to start learning more legal specific content or materials. So you'll be enrolled in legal office procedures, legal office applications, which is a course that will teach you all about and how to use the most current software in the industry. In the legal industry, I should say, career success, fundamentals for effective written communication, advanced word processing, and litigation 1. In between your first and second year, you will have summer break. When you return in the fall into level 3, you will continue on with legal courses and will be introduced to other areas of law. So this includes legal office communications, organizational behavior, family law, litigation 2, which will complete your litigation enrollment, real estate 1, safety in the workplace, which will prepare you for your field placement and your other general elective. And your fourth and final semester will comprise, of course, of your field placement, which you will complete at the end of your second year. And you will also be completing corporate law, wills and estates, real estate 2, and you will also enroll in your final elective for the program. So this is what your 2 years will look like. This is called the program design. And as you can see, most of your legal enrollment will start in level 2. So learning experiences. So when you're enrolled in this program, you will be learning in a wide array of settings and styles. So we will offer lectures with applied learning, meaning you will be doing a lot of hands-on work, completing legal tasks that a legal assistant is currently or would currently be completing in the field. There will be group work, office simulation. So you will walk into class or enter your class as if it is the first hour or the beginning of a workday. You'll be given tasks to complete that will need to be submitted by the end of day, as you would in a real law office. We also offer excursions. So for example, we do go to the local courthouse here in Kitchener-Waterloo for a tour, and also lab work. And we also have frequent in-class networking events and guest speakers. So we go out into the field as well as invite industry into our classrooms so that you are able to network and introduce yourselves to some of the potential employers in the region. So this course is also going to require you to bring your own device, so BYOD. You will require a computer or a laptop to be successful in all of the courses in the program, especially since we will be working with software. So almost every single legal course that you will be enrolled in will require you to work on a computer or a laptop. Tablets or phones will not be acceptable devices, and unless you have a tablet that is attached to a keyboard and mouse, you should be working on a computer or laptop throughout the 2 years. So as I mentioned here, Windows Surface Pro is acceptable, but you should be working on a computer, laptop, or a tablet with a keyboard and mouse. So field placement. So this is one of the most exciting parts of the 2-year program at Conestoga College. I have here some of the firms that might be familiar to you. These are some of the employers in the region that have year after year taken on our students as well as hired our students upon graduation. So some of the opportunities that you will be given in terms of field placement would be to work at a law firm, whether it's a small or large practice, Crown Attorney's Office, corporate legal departments, parole office, and real estate offices. So in terms of our admission requirements, you require an Ontario Secondary School Diploma or OSSD or equivalent. You will also need to have completed the grade 12 compulsory English C, so college or university or equivalent, or the Conestoga College Preparatory Communications course, which is COMM Com 1250 or equivalent with a minimum grade of 60%. For international students, you must have a 6.0 IELTS score or 80 TOEFL score. So if you have any other questions or are wondering more about admissions, I've also included here the important contacts. So for Canadian admissions or domestic students, you can reach out to their admissions office at admissions@conestogac.on.ca. If you are an international student and would like to enroll in this program and have some other questions, you can contact the International Admissions Office by emailing them at internationaladmissions@conestogac.on.ca. Okay, so in terms of pathways and credit transfers, year after year, we get some students who may have had previous training in a related program. So if you're one of those students who are interested in potentially having a credit transfer be processed or an equivalent pathway be assessed, you can reach out to the credit transfer office at credittransfer@conestogac.on.ca. That is where you can apply for a credit transfer. Each case is going to be assessed on a case-by-case basis. And once again, these are for applicants who have earned credits from another college or university. You may be granted advanced standing or exemption depending on your previous training. This is a page just to outline the tuition and fees for this program. So this is the fee outline for the 2020 to 2021 year. If you are interested in learning more details about the fees for this program, I've included the link here. Or you can also go to the Office Administration Legal Program website on Conestoga College's website, and this will outline the fees for you there for both Canadian students, our domestic students, as well as our international students. So here's some commonly or frequently asked questions that I'd like to answer for you in case you're wondering yourself. So number one is, what is the difference between the OA legal program and a law clerk program? So our Office Administration Legal Program prepares students to work in the legal administration positions, such as legal assistants or an equivalent title such as legal caseworker, depending on the law firm that you're applying to. The law clerk programs that might be offered will prepare students to become members or licensed law clerks of the Institute of Law Clerks of Ontario. So this is the governing body that is external to the college, where you will pass or write and pass the designation exams in different areas of law, and you will receive licensing from them. So this is an external process to the college. However, the graduates of our program, the Office Administration Legal Program, may also apply to become a licensed law clerk if they are interested. So this process can be answered more in depth by the ILCO, or Institute of Law Clerks of Ontario, and their website. Secondly, what is the difference between a legal assistant and a law clerk? So in the field, law clerks and legal assistants do perform very similar tasks. Some employers recognize the two professions or the two titles as the same. So depending on the employer that you are working for, they may actually have all legal assistants be called law clerks, or they will only have legal assistants in the firm, but perhaps both of those titles will be comprised of people who have either graduated from this program or graduated from a law clerk program and went on to become licensed law clerk. So others may have set differences or set different roles for each profession in their firm. So they may have distinctly legal assistants working in a certain role and law clerks in their own role as well. So it really depends on the firm that you are going to apply to. However, neither can practice law but perform administrative duties that are integral to the daily operations of a law firm or practice. So law clerks still perform administrative duties as well as legal assistants to any law firm. In terms of career opportunities, so number one, of course, is legal assistance. So you can work as a legal assistant in law firms. Equivalent would be a legal caseworker, depending on the firm that you work at. They may call you a caseworker. Court administrative clerk, so if you're interested in working in the courts. Legal secretary, so you might see secretary, although it's an outdated term or title, you might see something like this or a position in the government agencies or government positions ads where you will apply as a legal secretary, but this will be equivalent to a legal assistant just working in a government setting, as well as corporate legal departments. So for example, we have had past students working at BlackBerry in their legal department, so that would be considered a corporate legal department. I also want to note here as well, legal assistants are currently in demand in the KW region. Approximately 85% of our graduates find employment in the field upon graduation or within the 6 months after graduation. Most of our students do find employment, especially those who are interested with the employers they complete their field placements with. So most of you will have had a chance to meet your employers while you are enrolled in the program and completing your field placement. If you're interested in learning more about the program, feel free to contact me. I've left my contact information here. My email is tle1@conestogac.on.ca. I've also linked the program website here, as well as the program handbook for your reference as well. That is all for today's presentation. I am looking forward to meeting some of you in the future, and please feel free to contact me once again if you have any further questions or are curious about any part of today's presentation.